Hello, Jennifer with JD Designs here, and today I'm going to be doing a process video on the Close to My Heart White Pines Workshop on the Go scrapbooking kit. The Close to My Heart workshops on the go are absolutely fabulous. In the kit you get the paper, the embellishments, and as well as a exclusive D-size stamp set to help you make, with the scrapbooking workshops, 2 full double page layouts, and in the card making workshops typically you make 15 cards. So let's go ahead and get started with the first layout. We'll go ahead and do the left side first, and as you can see here, I've gone ahead and I've pre-cut all the images according to the cutting guide. The guide tells you what color and then what to cut, and if it's a cricket shape it tells you exactly the dimensions and the shape for cutting. And all of the cuts for today's layout came from the new Cricut Artistry cartridge, and they were all featured on page 48 of the overlay handbook. All items came from this one key using the various function keys. So we'll go ahead and set this aside, and we're going to put together this left page layout here. So the first thing we'll do is we'll use my Scotch WOTG to adhere the main cardstock pieces. This cardstock is our fabulous B&T textured background and texture duo paper. And this is a nice heavyweight cardstock that features patterns on both sides. And in a typical paper packet you get three double-sided designs, and you get 2 sheets of each. We are also using the Close to My Heart cranberry cardstock for these accent pieces. Go ahead and line those up there. And then we will put this piece down. I love the colors in this kit. I love the red cranberry and the green fern green mixed with the champagne and the chocolate and the saddle tans, as well as the glacier blue. I think that glacier blue just really adds something to this kit. That down. Got one more little accent piece here, and then we'll start assembling our embellishments. The great thing about these Workshop on the Go kits is that they are very simple. All the instructions are given to you. So if you decide to purchase one and you want just 2 very fun, very trendy, creative layouts, you can put together the layouts given to you by Close to My Heart, or else you can go ahead and create your own layouts using the products given as well as the exclusive stamp set. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to mark about where this is going to lay so that we can do some stamping on the layout itself. Now to do that, I'm going to use my photo mat, which will be over here, to help me decide approximately where I want to put this cut. Kind of like it. Actually, I think I need to rotate it a little bit here. No, maybe more like that. Yeah, I like it like that. So we'll go ahead and stick this here. And then we're going to go ahead and just take a pencil and kind of mark off a couple spots here where I'm going to then come in with a stamp and do some stamping right on my layout. Just putting some marks down that I can erase later, or as long as they're not showing I can leave them. It's up to you. So we'll have some pine leaves over here, and we'll stick some down under here. Okay. So now that we've got that all marked off, we will go ahead and start some stamping. I go ahead and prep my stamp by rubbing it on my hand. This helps get off any extra acrylic that may be on the stamp. And then I will grab my Fern ink. And with my Fern ink pad, I will go ahead and open that up. And just pop it around, turn it around like this. And then I will go ahead and ink that up nice and juicy. And I will stamp this right about here. And then I will come over and I will do the same thing. And I will stamp another one kind of here. And then I'm going to come down here and do the same thing right about here. And then I will also come over here. I can faintly see my line. And I will stamp another one right about there. Looks a little silly now, but once I put that overlay back on, it'll look rather nice. So then we'll go ahead and take our overlay, flip it over, and I'm just going to use my glue pen to put some glue spots on the back of this overlay. You can also use a spray adhesive or a tape runner and just hit a few of the spots. I like to use my glue pen because I feel like I can get more in the intricateness of the layout or of the overlay. I absolutely love this wreath. It's going to look so fun for Christmas pictures. Maybe some outdoor snow pictures, or I kind of thought maybe even Santa pictures this year. I cannot wait to have pictures to put on this layout. Just about done here, and then we'll go ahead and stick this down and move on to the rest of our stamping. Just got a little bit more to go. Can't believe I'm working on Christmas projects when it's still about 80 degrees outside. But I feel like I should have some Christmas music on. And this set, when you see the other stamps that we're about to use, you'll understand why. But every time I look at this set, I feel like singing Christmas carols. So, okay, now that we've got that all glued up, we'll go ahead and line our overlay back up. Stick this down. I think I kind of like it about like this. So we'll stick that down here. And as you can see, I'm off the edge here a little bit, so I will just take my scissors, flip my layout over, and trim off this excess piece here. Then I will flip that back over, and that is good to go. And at this time, I can go ahead and stick down my photo mats, and then we'll move on with the rest of the stamping. The photo mats will just help me anchor all the other pieces that we're going to add. So this photo mat will go right about here, and these mats are done with our chocolate cardstock. It's a very pretty brown, and it looks like I also have a piece to go here. And we'll line the bottom edges of this up, and I want it to cover the majority of that red, and I want a little bit of it to pop through. I love that cranberry. So then next we're going to take this banner piece, and both pieces were cut from the Cricut Artistry cartridge. You cut the base layer and then you cut the overlay. So then we're going to just take and put some glue on the back of the overlay. Again, you can use whatever adhesive you like. I personally love my glue pen. It's just a matter of personal preference. Everybody has their favorite adhesive. So we'll get that all stickied up. Go ahead and lay that down. I absolutely love these images and how easy they are to line back up because they're cut exactly the same size. Line them back up, press that down firmly, and kind of straighten it out a little bit so it doesn't bow. And then we can go ahead and just use my WOTG, and I will stick that down as well. I'm not going to adhere the whole thing because if I want to stick the picture down underneath, I want to have the freedom to do so. So I'll just put a little bit of adhesive on there, line that piece up as well, and go ahead and stick that down. And then in the example, or in the sample layout, it shows that you can put the date on this banner. You could also write a name, anything you wanted on there, just a little spot for some journaling. And now we're going to go ahead and stamp the title for this page. And so we'll just simply take these two cuts were also cut from those same pages on the artistry cartridge. And so we're going to take and ink up our stamp, prep it up again. You only have to prep your stamps the first time because then after that the ink kind of takes over for you. And a lot of times when I first get my stamps, I like to stamp them off on my work surface just to make sure that everything that could have been on that stamp is good. And then once I have it fully inked up, the great thing about our stamps is you can just go ahead and line it up and press down firmly. You can see exactly where you're stamping with our clear stamps. Get everything pressed down nice and tight. Hopefully you can see that and I'm not off camera. Once that's all nice and tight, you've got this beautiful image. And this is the one that always makes me want to sing. Makes me want to break out in silver bells. But I won't do that to you today. Okay, and then we're done with the ferns, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. You can see I'm struggling because I was trying to close it the wrong way. If you push this little button here, it'll pop open, and then you can just simply grab it and turn it and close the ink pad. Set that aside. Just take some tape, some adhesive. We'll stick this down. Like that. Go ahead and line that up on here. And we have a cute, oh, guess I didn't push the adhesive down before I moved it. We have a cute title for our page. Out of here. Again, I will stick some adhesive on the back of here. And we'll go ahead and drop that right here on our layout. Right next to that there. Very pretty. And then we have these cute little holly berries and leaves. So we're going to go ahead and stamp a couple of these. Actually, I think we need 3 of them for this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp all of them while I'm doing it right now. The holly berries get stamped in the cranberry. And again, these were cut on the Cricut Artistry cartridge, which is so wonderful because then it saves you from having to cut them by hand, which I don't know about you, but I am not a fan of fussy cutting. So, sorry if my head's in the way. Go ahead and stick that down. Stamp that out there. We'll stamp another one. Make sure I line these up right. We'll go ahead and stamp another one here. And we'll grab another one. We'll just stamp the last one down. And then we'll be all done with the holly berries. A little off on that one, but that's okay. The joy of scrapbooking is even if you are a little off, it just shows that it was handmade and not store-bought. Okay, go ahead and close that up so I don't end up with cranberry all over myself. And then we'll open our fern back up and grab our holly leaves. And we're just gonna get some ink on there. Stamp our leaves down. Stamp this one. Get that lined up. Go ahead and push down. And if you give a second with the clear stamps, you can actually see the ink transferring to the paper, and then you know you have more of a crisp image. So don't just stamp down and pull it right back up. Stamp it down, give it a minute, and then just go ahead and pull up, and you'll have a nice, clear, clean image. And so then we'll use a little bit of adhesive on the back of these. And we'll just stick these on the layout as well. Looks like we can tuck one right up here, kind of in with all of that other stuff. And then we've got the holly berries that go with it. And I'm actually going to use a foam dot to give a little dimension to the holly berries. And I will go ahead and stick a little foam square on the back here and pop those holly berries right up off the page. Stick those right up here like that, just to give it a little added texture and dimension. We've got this set. And again, grab some of these leaves, put some adhesive on, and stick these leaves kind of down over off of this image here. And again, just peel the back off here. We'll go ahead and stick these little holly berries on here as well. Close up our ink pad. Yeah, we'll just leave that one open. All right, and then we're gonna grab the assortment, which I absolutely love the assortment that comes with this workshop on the go. These little matte flare buttons are so adorable, and so we'll stick the little pine cone up here and the little owl down here, kind of overlapping that banner and the title to kind of link those two together and fill in that little embellishment cluster down there. Set those aside, and we'll grab some of the enamel gems. We'll just sprinkle a few of these on as well. We'll stick one down here, and then maybe one up here, and another one right here. I love the Close to My Heart enamel gems. They're a multifaceted enamel gem, which is giving you that sparkle and shine that you're seeing. Then also, instead of stamping holly berries on here, we'll just go ahead and stick a trio of these enamel gems to look like berries on the top there. And that will finish off our first page. So we'll set that aside, and we'll go ahead and move on to the second page. And now for our second page, we're going to mimic the layout of the first page. Slide all that off my paper. So again, we'll go ahead and lay down our base pieces. We have more of that fabulous B&T paper, cardstock. I absolutely love the patterns in this kit. This kit has a very classic Christmas feel with some hints of modern colors and touches. But I love the almost vintage feel of this paper packet. Go ahead and stick this down. And again, all the dimensions and cutting instructions are included in that Workshop on the Go guide. And we'll add these cranberry accent pieces. And so we'll stick one here. Oops. I'm going to tuck that right up along the edge there. Get that lined up. We'll do the same thing with this one. Butt this one right up against the edge here. Just get it tucked up nice and tight so you don't see any of that colonial white. Got those aligned. We'll go ahead and just stick our journal space together. So this right here, again, is another layer. It's one of the icon images. and you simply cut the background and then you cut the little overlay for it, and when you cut them at the same size, they are set to fit together. So the cartridge takes all the guesswork out and you can put together a simple little image very quickly and easily. Stick that down like that. Get that all adhered down, and then we'll go ahead and tape that on. And this will actually go on flat because this is where you're going to add your journaling later. So we'll go ahead and stick this journal square or journal block right about here. And then we will take our photo mat, our small square mat, and we'll stick that right about here. And then we'll grab this larger mat and adhere that down right along here. Just trying to make sure that I'm roughly the same distance from the bottom as I was on this piece, so that my pieces line up together. And now that I've got those down, I'll go ahead and do the embellishing. I've got this cute little cut of the holly leaves. We'll go ahead and add some adhesive to the back and then tuck up here on our journal spot. Kind of hang over the cranberry edge there. Actually, I think I'm going to tuck it behind here. Like that. I like that much better. And then we'll go ahead and add some more of our enamel gems along there. Put a couple here. We'll use this size over here. And then we'll stick one of the little ones kind of up and along over here, just to add some texture and dimension to that as well. And then we're going to go ahead and stick down this piece of garland, which will go along the bottom of the main photo mat. And now I'm not going to glue every single piece of this because I want to be able to stick my picture underneath, as well as I kind of like it when it pops up a little bit. It gives it a little texture and dimension to the layout. So again, we're just going to kind of stick that right about here. And then later on this winter, when I have Christmas pictures, I'll go ahead and tuck my picture right up underneath there. We're also going to take the last of our holly leaves that we stamped, and we'll put those right over here, kind of off the side of this a little bit. And again, we've got those great holly berries, so we'll go ahead and put a foam square on the back of those and tuck those right here on our garland. Add a few more of those enamel gems along here. Maybe put one here and another one right along here. And then we'll stick another little one down here like that. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our Christmas tree. And so we're going to bring back our fern ink. Go ahead and ink this stamp up. And now with this image being a little more solid, I like to use the foam sheet that comes on the back of all of our Close to My Heart stamp sets. Ink this up and just go ahead and lay it down here like this. Line that up the best you can, which is actually pretty easy with these clear stamps. Give it a second for that ink to transfer through. Make sure you press firmly and evenly along your stamp, and then you have a beautiful tree And I keep struggling with this ink pad. It's new, so it's a little bit harder to close. But once you've had them for a while and you've opened and closed them a few times, they open and close easily enough that you're not struggling with them, but not so easily that they flop open on you all the time. Then we're going to go ahead and take this little star, also included in the Workshop on the Go, and we'll stamp that right here along the top of the tree. So cute. We'll set that aside. And again, we're going to add just a strip of adhesive down the back because I want to be able to tuck my pictures underneath the tree. My square photo that will go here. And we'll tuck the tree here along the side. And then we'll again grab our cute little flare buttons and we're going to stick this little gift under the tree. And then we will have completed our layout. So let me see if I can get both of these in on the camera for you so you can see them both together. These beautiful, quick and simple, yet elegant and classic Christmas layouts. I hope you enjoyed my process video, and if you are interested in purchasing the Close to My Heart Workshop on the Go for White Pines or any of our other fabulous Close to My Heart products, please visit my website at jddesigns.ctmh.com. I will leave a link down here in the comments down below, and feel free to hop over there, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and I would be happy to get back to you. And until next time, design from your heart. Thank you.